From the city of Lagos, Nigeria's most populous state, it's Moments Girls Talk. Actor and TV host Timi Egbuson is in the studio as he gives us an update into what he has been up to. Producer and actress EBUBE NWAGBO also lets it all out.
50
the series.
Yeah, 50 the series. That's
you're in it. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you very
about
much. Thank you very much. The script is amazing, guys.
Okay.
I can tell you that for free, and I'm very, very excited that, I'm still a part of it. I'm very excited that, we decided to take it into a series because it was an amazing movie.
Do you know the funny thing?
Stops you from snoring.
When I'm sleeping and I'm not snoring, my parents are worried. She okay, she's not snoring.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
And alongside your favorite presenters, they discuss the concept of New Year resolution.
One of my New Year's resolutions is definitely, to progress in my relationship status. That'd be great. Timothy is like my brother.
I'm not, no, don't do that. Who's your brother?
Is he not like my
You
brother?
see, he just said who's your brother.
It all happens now.
Welcome back to Moments Girls Talk. It's now time for us to have our conversation, and today we're going to be talking about New Year's resolutions and how to keep them. All right, so I'm just going to go around. What are your New Year's resolutions?
We're starting with the
you,
guests.
We'll start with you.
Ladies first, actually.
Okay,
so
okay,
let's start
go ahead.
with it.
Thank you. One of my New Year resolutions this year is first I want to I want to wake up early, go to bed early and wake up early. Yes, it's serious.
When you say early, like what time?
Going to bed early? When normal people go to bed.
That's 12 o'clock, right?
Anyway, we're not normal people.
Especially in film.
When you're working in the entertainment industry, you don't work normal hours.
I want to go to bed at least maybe like 10, 11.
Good luck.
That's late. That's not normal.
No, that's normal.
Okay.
That's early.
I don't know.
That's late too.
That's early.
10 is early for
10 is early for an adult. 11 is late.
Okay, but for me, sometimes I don't sleep till like early hours of the morning. Then I'll sleep till 12.
Okay.
Is this on days that you're working?
When I'm not working, so when on the days I'm working, it's like torture for me to wake up, and you have to wake up.
Yeah.
Because I've not built myself to wake up early, so it's really bad for me.
Yeah, I think that's
and my friends know. You don't call me in the morning. Oh, she's still sleeping.
So is it because you're an insomnia? Do you have insomnia, or it's that because of your schedule and everything?
I think it started with the nature of the job, and I don't help myself at all. Even when I have that time to sleep, I wouldn't want to. I'd rather do something else, and it got into me, which is really bad. It affects me a lot. So I want to learn to go to bed early and wake up early, start my day early like normal human.
That sounds like it's achievable.
Okay, so that's one of them. Timothy, what about you?
For me, I've had different years that I've had a lot of resolutions and nothing really happens. So now I'm trying to make it really simple. Stay fit,
You've lost weight!
I have actually, and now the hard part is now putting the muscle on, but I'm working on it. And then just do more of what makes me happy, because a lot of times in Lagos, in Nigeria, you find you're doing things that you don't really like. Yeah. But it's just because, so now if it's not really making me happy, I'm not going to do it.
And I know off camera you mentioned something about that.
No.
Bolele is trying to go in because
you have to have a girlfriend first, and then you now have to go to the next level. So.
I don't know why you don't have a girlfriend. Anyway.
Really? You don't have a girlfriend?
I do.
That's interesting, because Bolele doesn't have a boyfriend.
Well, you know what? Let's do this.
Maybe you guys could go out on a date or something.
Michelle, who said I don't have a boyfriend?
You don't? Well, you didn't the last time. You didn't when we were in the changing room talking. So yes, so Bolele, what's your
New Year's resolutions? Okay.
Maybe some as well.
Amen to that.
Amen.
Actually, one of my New Year's resolutions is definitely, to progress in my relationship status. That'd be great. Timothy is like my brother.
I'm not. No, don't do that. Who's your brother?
Is he not like my
You
brother?
see, he just said who's your brother.
I'm not your brother.
Thank you,
Anyway, okay, so New Year's resolutions. Definitely, first things first is to have abs. I've been trying to do that for like as old as I am, which is 27.
It's not impossible.
It's
not impossible.
Get abs.
50-year-olds that have six packs.
There are. Second thing is to Okay, so I started doing this thing called like Command Your Day. And I've been doing it really, really consistently, but I want to try and do it for like 30 days straight. So like I wake up at 5 o'clock and then like I just have, like I talk about what I want to do for my day and I think about the intentions and I pray about it, but it's about waking up at 5 a.m. Because there is something very powerful about waking up in the morning. Like it completely shifts your productivity.
I totally agree.
So those are the two major things. And then, you know, other stuff, just maybe.
No,
Michelle,
sorry,
what about you? Michelle, what's your own New Year's resolution? What's yours?
My finger. Timothy had mentioned one that I totally agree with, and it's something that I never had thought was particularly important, because I was like, oh, get fit, but do things that make me happy. I've realized that over the years, when I don't listen to my gut,
you end up regretting.
Yes, so for me, it's definitely do things that make me happy professionally, personally, and it's difficult in the, you know, because we live in Lagos, so that's the biggest one for me. Do things that make me happy and live more, as in enjoy the moments, like day-to-day moments. I may not wake up early, you know, unless I have to work. I go to sleep really late. Sometimes I wake up too early, even though I only had a few hours of sleep. But just enjoy the moment. Enjoy every little moment. If it's just sitting here with you, or, you know, walking, or just sitting in the car and it's, you know, it's a nice sunny day. I don't appreciate those things because it's like, okay, there's traffic. It's a nice sunny day. I appreciate the fact that it's a sunny day. So I appreciate moments in life.
But you guys, we've talked about these New Year's resolutions. My question is, of the resolutions that you had last year, did you achieve all of them? And why? Which ones were you not able to keep to, and why? That's the big question. Because guys, it's about actually making sure that we achieve these goals, right? All right, we're going to be talking that coming up shortly after this.
Not about 200 movies, you know.
Exactly.
It's not about that, you know. It's about
quality
good
of
content.
Content,
And I'm really hopeful and excited about 2017. It looks good already.
Welcome back to Moments Nigeria Girls Talk. We are talking about New Year's resolutions, making them, keeping them, struggling with keeping them, which I have had issues with. I mentioned at the beginning of the show, I always make a resolution that I'm going to get back into shape. And there are times that I do it and then I let myself go. But I have decided, like you had said, that I want to get ripped. Like
okay, so last year, why did you not get ripped?
Because of work, honestly, because of work schedule. I think
the
reason why I was in better shape at a certain point 2 years ago was because I was able to wake up early. I was doing Insanity and I would run. So it was Insanity for 45 minutes and I'd run on the treadmill for 45 minutes. And not only was I a size 8, but I was a toned size 8.
Okay.
Now I'm a size 12. So it's like, I've gone from there to there. It's finding the time. And I don't think that there's any excuse, even if I have to be at work really early in the morning. Maybe I need to do it in the evening. Maybe rather than doing Insanity, I do 15, 20 minutes of something else that will tone me. But I want to be ripped. I mean, I've seen too many women with washboard abs. I want washboard abs.
That's on Instagram.
And I want the buns.
And just so you
I'm
guys
not talking about Instagram. I'm just talking about Instagram.
I put a disclaimer out.
Because a lot of that is plastic surgery.
Not even plastic surgery. You know, there are apps that you can actually give yourselves abs on Instagram.
Really?
Just so you know.
What's it called? What's it called, please?
It's called
Let me just sign
Gym.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's called Gym something.
That's not even.
It's a gym app, and it gives you abs.
That's not even my issue. My sister, who's in her 40s, has a six-pack. So what is my excuse?
So, EbonyLife, my question for you is: last year, your New Year's resolutions, your goals, did you achieve all of them?
Not all of it, but one of my New Year resolutions last year was to eat healthier and shed some weight, which I did. But I also wanted to go to church more often. I hardly do because of work. Okay. I tried it the first 3 months and...
Could it work for you?
Yeah, so I am shifting over to
this
year. Yeah.
So what are you going to do to like make sure, because I think the reason why we're having this conversation is like for our viewers at home as well, like how can we actually achieve our goals? Like what do you think you need to do to make it work for you this year?
You know, because of work, a lot of my producers, they wouldn't let you go to church on Sundays. While some of the senior artists, they tell you before they come on your set, look, I have to go to church on Sunday. If you're cool with it, fine. If you're not, I'm not taking this job.
There are a lot of people that are like that.
Yes.
A lot of people refuse to work on Sundays.
Yes. So, but when I let them, okay, I'll come. You know, so I think I have to be more serious about it and tell you, okay, if it spills into a Sunday, I have to go to church at least 12 o'clock.
I think, you know what, considering how long you've been in the industry, I think you've earned the right to say, I'm not going to work on a Sunday morning, or I'm not going to work on a Sunday at all.
Okay.
Because I think a lot of people are actually willing to to accept it in Nigeria, because a lot of producers and directors don't even want to work on Sundays.
They wake you up as early as 7 on a Sunday morning. Your mates are going to church and you're running off to location like a slave, you know. So I think I tried it for the first 3 months, and you know, we human beings, they talk to you, okay, I'll come, and I ended up not achieving that. So this year, I have to be very serious about it.
Okay. All right, Timothy, what about you? Last year, what were some goals that you had that you were not able to achieve, and what are you going to do to change it for this year?
First of all, obviously, fitness goals. I thought my body would be ready now, but guess not. And then that's
when you're always going to Urban Fusion to go and eat chicken.
That chicken is amazing. Guys.
How will you get fit, pal?
You know, but yes, I'm actually going to make sure that I work on that this year.
Okay.
And then also another thing that I was trying to do was travel a lot, you know.
Okay.
But I didn't really get to do that because when work comes, you know, sometimes, and you know, what's really important is work at the end of the day, because the guys are trying to stack cash. So, you know, when work comes, you're like, okay, and then after this set, and then the next set, you know. So why I said this is why I went back to saying that I'm going to do what makes me happy, because it's also important for you to be happy. Because if you're not happy, you can't even give anybody anything, and productions would always keep on coming, you know. So we thank God for that. I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
You know,
but you're going to get to travel, travel and work.
Yes. And I'm happy because another thing I wanted to do last year was I wanted to do a lot of good productions, and I was lucky enough to be a part of. You know, I have a movie called Ajuaya coming out. It's a corporate story. It's really, really nice. I have another movie called Something Wicked coming out. You know, and then with Yemi Marafa and. Okay, so and you know, I have a movie with Burnley.
Oh my God!
No, another movie called Isoke. Yeah, she plays my wife.
He was the worst.
Don't tell them now. Let them watch it first, you know. But yeah, she plays my wife, and it was an amazing movie too. You know, so that was really good that happened. You know, it's not about 200 movies, you know.
Exactly.
It's not about that. You know, it's about
quality
good projects. And I'm really hopeful and excited about 2017. It looks good already.
I like your spirit. Your energy.
Thank you very much.
What were some things? So I had the abs didn't work out. I did well though in terms of my fitness goals. Like I cut sugar out of. I don't use sugar to drink tea anymore. That was huge for me. Oh, and the biggest one of all, I have stopped drinking coffee.
Really?
Yes.
When did you start?
I stopped drinking coffee. It's been 4 months now.
Wow. Are you serious?
I'm telling you,
that's
Michelle,
really good.
It's huge. Anyone who knows me, I was drinking like 3 cups a day.
Yes.
It was. I used to make Timothy on set go get coffee for me because he wasn't even nice. But yeah, I don't drink coffee.
Don't make anything that was your coffee boy.
Timothy, you don't want to present yourself as a nice guy.
Please.
Anyways, yeah, it happened once.
Because we were talking about what our viewers can do to keep their resolutions, I think maybe it's also a good idea not to force yourself or say, okay, I have to stick to these resolutions, and if I don't, I failed in some way. I think a lot of us tend to say, okay, these are my resolutions for the new year, and then you get upset when you don't keep them, whether it's to do with weight, which most people make, or to do with other things. It's, allow some flexibility, allow room for flexibility. If you forget about some, that's okay. Try and achieve some.
But
you
if
can't
you
do
do
the
that,
others.
there are no resolutions.
But you know something. I've realized that I think with a lot of people, it's like they get really upset with themselves when they don't achieve them. It's like, I'm going to earn a certain amount of money, then you don't, and you start telling yourself, oh, I'm a failure. No, but at least, have you done better than you did 6 months ago? Then that's an accomplishment.
And a lot of people forget. So another thing you need to do is kind of like just write it down.
Exactly.
And just remind yourself. Use
Give
your
yourself
phones.
a
The
break.
phones have these apps, you know, that you set to remind yourself.
Definitely, that's a good one. We're going to continue the conversation after this. Don't go anywhere.
And I'm going to post a video swimming in July.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
If you don't do it,
No, we don't have to
wait,
put pressure.
let's
Don't
put pressure.
on me. Don't put
If you
pressure
don't
on
do
me.
it, I'm collecting 20K from you.
20K what? Naira, dollars, pounds?
Actually,
why are you giving her options? You just said okay because you're sticking Naira.
I'm actually going to say Naira.
Okay, I got you.
Is it a deal?
Deal.
July.
Live
I'm
on
looking
Moment.
for your
Okay.
Instagram. All
Live
right.
on
Okay.
Moment.
Welcome back to Moments Girls Talk. In the studio with us is Timothy and EBUBE, who are both actors. And today we've been talking about New Year's resolutions. It's now time for our question of the day. All right, so what New Year resolution have you had problem over the years accomplishing? Over the years. It's taking you 10 years to achieve this.
No, the one that's a big problem is communicating with friends, like communicating with friends, it's a problem. Like everybody always complains to me, you never keep in touch, you never. Really? And I always have this assumption that everybody just how many times, you know. And it's always hard to hang out, to say what's up, because guys are busy, everybody's doing. So I have this mentality, like when we see, we catch up and we're cool. Yeah. And I expect everybody, female friends, male friends, family,
No, because women usually are the ones that have a problem.
Everybody's like, I just get in a while, you just go MIA. And it's not about that. It's just because guys are, most of the time we're busy with life, in general. So I always tell myself to make sure that, I make it a conscious effort to call more and, text more and be there more. But this year, 2017.
Amen. I hope you achieve it. So because if not, you will lose friends from that
I know. I've actually lost friends.
I've noticed that a lot of people do it. I do it more now, and I think it has a lot to do with social media.
Okay.
Yeah, because I see what you're doing, so I'm like, okay.
So it's like, we feel we've seen the person.
Yeah.
I hadn't spoken to a really close friend of mine for almost 3 months, and we used to speak to each other at least 3-4 times a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
I saw her recently, and we were hugging like
long
oh, and
children.
she's like, oh, but didn't I just see you? I said, the last time I saw you was 3 months ago.
And we're in the same Lagos.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
What about you, Ebube?
Well, for me, it's I've always had this problem. I try to balance my personal life and my work life. And I'll be like, okay, this year is going to be all about me. I have to get serious with somebody, get settled, put that person first, then put work second. But somehow it never works. I don't know.
For some reason,
for some reason, I keep myself too busy. I don't even have that time for that thing, And it suffers and it keeps suffering and still suffering.
And they don't miss out on that love.
I know, right?
Exactly, it's important.
Yeah, so I'm trying. I'm working so hard.
So it's been affecting your relationship?
Yeah.
You have to do something to change that. I'm telling you have to do something to change
I think I have so much pressure, and I feel there is a lot you have to do. There's
I agree.
And I forget about me. I lose myself.
When the right person comes, though, they will slide into your life in a way where it will work. You don't think so?
No, but you know what, Balani? I think it's that you have to make it work.
Yeah.
You have to be willing for it to work. Because even if you really like somebody, like she said, if you let work take over, you suddenly won't have time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What about you, Michelle?
I think I would agree with you on that. I've let, I think, my personal life suffer. But it's not necessarily something over, because the question was over the years. Over the years, not listening to my gut. Yeah, about relationships, about life in general. I'm going to do that more often now, because whenever I've listened to my gut, it's never let me down. So I'm going to do that. Definitely. This new year I will be doing 2017 is on.
Over the years, things that I've been trying to do, I think it's just being consistent about like really waking up. Like I've always wanted to be, I believe people who achieve the most in life, I know they don't sleep, but not even that, they wake up at 5. Like there's that thing where like, I've always just wanted to be that person who like, the other day someone called me at 11 and they said, Malale, I'm surprised you're awake. And I was like, what? How are you gonna do me like that?
It's early?
Yeah, no, they felt
okay, it's late.
They were like, oh, Malale, I'm surprised you're awake.
But
and I was
probably
like,
because they knew you weren't filming at that point.
But Michelle, I don't, why do I have a reputation of being someone that sleeps in?
I'm going to start calling you at 6 o'clock in the morning. If you don't pick up.
What are you talking about? I wake up at 6 because my sister bursts into my room every single day. Yes, I always am awake. I might go back to sleep, but
maybe that's
so that's something for me, because I think that I always say that like insanity is like doing the same thing and expecting different results.
Exactly.
And I want to be more productive. And the one thing I've never done is wake up early at 5, except for when I was in secondary school. After that, in uni, my first class was at like 8 o'clock.
Only do that as long as you've not been working on a project for a long time. Because your body needs the rest.
Yeah. Definitely.
It definitely needs it. If you can get it, you should get it. Okay, let's move to something that we do on every single episode. We hope you guys are ready.
Secrets.
Yes.
What did you do this
Secret
Christmas?
or throwback. We prefer secrets. But if you don't have a secret, we'll accept it. It's the first episode of the year, so we'll accept the throwback picture, but we would prefer a secret.
My throwback pictures are too embarrassing, so forget about
it. Maybe we should see them.
No, I do have, don't worry.
So celebrity secret.
Something that is a secret that I feel, it's not that deep, but, 2017, I'm turning 30, and I still can't swim, And I've tried a lot. I've tried a lot of times, and I've almost died.
Hold on a second. You're from Bielsa.
Yeah, people say, you be fish.
Like,
nah.
This is not a fish. Know how to swim?
I know. I think I almost drowned when I was.
Okay, that's probably why.
In front of my family. So we all went to swim, and then I dived in, and they were just laughing, gisting, and I was just there drowning.
Oh my goodness!
So someone just randomly hit me. And then he took me up, and then my mom was still like, where are you? I was like, oh, in my mind, I'm like, oh, you don't know that. You almost lost your son.
That will traumatize
And then
you.
ever since that time, I've never been able to, so it's not a problem yet, because, I mean, who has time to swim anyways? But I don't swim where...
You need to learn. Why am I acting like I can swim? I can't swim either.
You can't?
I've tried
We need to learn.
multiple times.
We need to learn.
You lived in Australia. I don't know how to swim. It's like it's an Australian
I think
thing.
I just don't like,
Australian
I
swim,
can't swim, I
Bolali.
can't ride the bicycle, like, I don't...
Bicycle?
No, Timmy,
bicycle-
you can't ride a bicycle. Stop it.
But Bolali, the bicycle one I
sorry.
think is quite normal.
Doesn't make sense.
A lot of people
can't
can't. A lot of people in Nigeria can't ride bicycles. I was surprised. I was very surprised.
so
A
that's
lot of
my
people in
secret.
Nigeria can't.
I can ride
I don't know why.
my bike
Clap for yourself.
with no handlebars. You guys can't
The one
ride.
that always surprises me is people that are from the south
Yeah.
that don't know how to swim.
I think
Why do
honestly-
people assume that because you're from the south
I
side,
guess
you
they
have to
just
know
do.
how
I
to
think
swim?
because for us, because
No,
I'm
that's a
from
lie.
Delta, and
That's
it's
a
like
lie.
you get
You go to
thrown
jail.
into the water.
You go to jail if you do that.
Really?
Yeah. But I'll learn 2017. You know what? That's another resolution for me.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm going to post a video swimming in July.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's a
If
good
you
one.
don't do it,
No, we don't have to
wait,
put pressure.
let's
Don't
put pressure.
on me. Don't put
If you
pressure
don't
on
do
me.
it, I'm collecting 20K from you.
20K what? Naira, dollars, pounds?
Actually,
Why are you giving her options? You just said okay because you're thinking naira.
I'm actually going to say Naira.
Okay, I got you.
Is it a deal?
Deal.
July.
Live
I'm
on
looking
moment.
for your
Okay.
Instagram. All
Live
right.
on
Okay.
moment. What about you?
Yeah.
Okay, I snore when I sleep.
Are you serious?
Not bad.
Yeah.
Is it because of your working hours because you're tired or just generally?
I think it had to do when I was little. I had this problem with my nose,
Okay.
and my mom was like, "Oh, the doctor said you had grow it," and I never did.
Okay, so it affects. You know that there's a little band-aid, like plaster, that you can put here when you're sleeping. It
I
helps you
don't-
breathe.
Oh, really?
I'm serious, yeah.
And I'm not gonna snore. Do you know the funny
No, it
thing?
stops you from
When I'm
snoring.
sleeping and I'm not snoring, my parents are worried. Is she alive? Is she okay? She's not snoring.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's
So you're like a chronic
Because
snorer.
I'm just thinking when you get married, you don't want to be,
That's deep.
you don't want to
yeah.
be doing that when you're married.
My dad
Different
snores.
but you
My
know
mom's
when you're
dealt with it.
snoring,
Really?
you don't know you're snoring.
Yeah, but
you
your
know that.
husband will know.
But come on, you
But
have
you
to
get
deal
used
with
to it. My mom has gotten used to
Girl,
my
you,
dad snoring.
have you ever dated anybody that?
No. I mean, it's like, but you know what's
That's
funny?
not even that
I'm
bad.
Like I'm
It's
like,
the
I
one
have
where
a
the mouth
feeling
is
that her
open and
snoring
it's
is
like,
not type of, it's not that type of
Yeah,
snoring.
yeah.
I think
No,
it's
no,
deeper.
not that. But it's been like that since I was a kid, and
You know
everybody
you can
had.
correct it. It's like a little surgery that corrects it out. It's just something that I heard people do. But the Band-Aid, I know that they actually sell them in pharmacies. Because my brother also has that problem, and he uses, it's like a small little plaster that you put when you're
Okay.
going to sleep.
Helps you
Yeah,
breathe.
sorry, if he's watching, he's like telling people like, oh, sorry.
a lot of
Yeah.
people snore though.
I can't.
I think the worst
do
one is
this.
on the plane, man.
On the plane, I
Long
snore.
flight.
No, I
Yeah.
won't do that. And the funny thing is, when I'm home, I know I'm home, so I'm relaxed. I
Oh.
sleep the way I want to. And when I'm not home, I find it hard to sleep.
To sleep. I'm such a light
If
sleeper.
there's
so
one thing
don't
I know
think
is
could
I
deal
can
with
sleep
snoring.
anywhere. On the
Yeah,
plane.
I think I have a couple of
won't
videos
try
of
that.
Are you
you
serious?
Hell no.
standing and sleeping. Yeah.
How can you stand and sleep?
Girl.
How?
It's possible. Trust me.
I need to learn how to do that.
But why would you
Not stand and sleep, but sit. And I can't sit in a chair.
You know
and
what's so
sleep.
No, I
funny?
can't do
I
that.
can't do that unless I'm lying.
love
I
to
actually am not
sleep
going to
in.
tell the story. I'll tell the story another day. It's good that it's time to wrap up. Thank you guys so much for coming.
for having
Everybody,
me.
For
Timony.
having us.
Hopefully, when we check in, everyone would have achieved their New Year's resolution.
Amen to
Amen to
that.
that.
July, Timony.
I got you.
Swimming.
And let me tell you something. It's 20K
20K.
in the economy now. 20K in July is going to have
No,
changed.
forget that.
Brother,
Just forget about
Lesser.
that.
20K is
Just forget.
20K.
20K is 20K. Just forget about that.
20K.
If I can, whatever I can buy now with 20K, we'll check if I can buy it later.
The economy will be better in Jesus' name.
Amen.
It's been great having you guys.
Thank you
on
very
the show,
much.
And we hope that everybody will be able to achieve their resolutions. As Bolane had said, she's holding you to learning how to swim. I'll check.
Moments was brought to you by Axis Bank W Initiative.